Singapore. Hello, Heather. Dr. Pillai is guiding us to gather every day at 8 p.m. Pacific time, and it's such a pleasure to be able to join all of you. He kicked off these wisdom talks several days ago and gave amazing 30-minute presentations, teachings, meditations. And he really loved seeing how everyone was gathering together, creating community, and pulling our energy together during this time when it's so important for us to do so. He then asked for several of us to continue this nightly gathering in his honor and for the community. And so what we'll be doing upon his instruction is viewing together an older video from Dr. Pillai and absorbing the teachings from it. These are the wisdom talks. So he gave the first few live, and now we're taking from his archive and witnessing and experiencing these archived teachings together as community. And then after that, we will do a meditation together. So for now, we're going to do the sun and moon meditation that we did last night and that he had instructed us to do on the full moon, which was a day ago, 1 to 2 days ago. So we'll do that again tonight. And then as time goes by, he did instruct us to do these daily videos for 45 days. So we'll get that date for you, but it's going to be somewhere in the middle of June, basically. So we'll be together for till the middle of June, and we'll be doing these daily gatherings. So like I said, pulling from the archives and then doing a meditation. So tonight, I wanted to bring something to you that was goddess related, and I had put Varahi in the subject and promoted it as that. However, Dr. Pillai instructed to do something older, not a new video, but something from the archives. And so I selected a different video that we can absorb together. It is very intense, very powerful. Why today? Today is Friday. Friday is ruled by Venus. Lakshmi and the goddesses are associated with Venus. Lakshmi, the overlord of Venus. It's also Anuradha Day, which is Lakshmi's birth star. So another powerful time to connect with goddess energy for the creative force, creative energies. So selected a really amazing video from the archive from Dr. Pillai. And then after that video, we'll watch that one, and then we'll do the sun and moon meditation together. And then after that, now that I've figured out being able to view our chat, I will take any questions or see if there's anything going on that you would like to ask. So let's go ahead and get started with our wisdom talks tonight. I have it all queued up. Here we go. Okay, you should be able to see my screen, so let's get started.
I'm going to teach you a sutra, a mantra meditation for manifestation. This is again from Sutra. I think it is the 3rd sutra.
Sorry, I'm going to restart that because that was on a higher speed. Let's start that again.
I'm going to teach you a sutra, a mantra meditation for manifestation. This is again from Sutra. I think it is the 3rd sutra. I'm going to give you a watered down version, but then I have to do this because it's impossible to explain to you the full importance of this sutra within a short video. I need at least a few hours to explain this to you. With this constraint, I have tried my best to give you the gist or the essence of it. First, I will recite the sutra and then explain to you. Yoni vargaha kala shariram Yoni vargaha kala shariram Yoni vargaha kala shariram. The word yoni in Sanskrit means the cause or the source of creation. It also means the womb and the private part of the woman. Kala is action, shariram is the body. The sutra says that this body and also the body of the universe or the universe itself is the action of the yoni, kala. Kala is the action, which is the creative principle. It's a very secretive sutra. You can just keep reciting it, just meditating on the concept of creation from this principle of yoni. Yoni itself represents space and the earth. These are the two ends of creation. I do not want to go further because it will involve a long discussion. Yoni vargaha kala shariram Yoni vargaha kala shariram Yoni vargaha kala shariram. Take this sound inside and meditate at the thought level. You will then understand not only creation but the creative action.
Now we will watch the next video, which is to compress time. This is the sun and moon meditation. So how about that video you just watched? Pretty intense from Dr. Pillai. So let's go ahead and do this meditation, and then I'll see you on chat after.
Now I'm going to give you the techniques to transcend or step out of time so that you can manifest. Manifestation takes place when you transcend or step out of time and go into this empty space. The first technique is from Vasishta, one of the greatest yogis of India. Close your eyes. Put your attention on your heart chakra in the middle of your chest. Visualize the sun. He is very bright and brilliant. Close to the sun, within your own heart chakra, visualize the moon. They are both in your heart chakra, in the middle of the chest. It's a full moon. The moon is moving towards the sun. Getting closer and closer and closer. Now the moon enters the sun. And merges with the sun. The moon represents your mind and time. The sun, God, and timelessness. Don't worry about the theory. Just only be absorbed in visualizing the sun. The moon has gone inside and merged with the sun. Now, think of a thought that you want to manifest. Visualize it. Let go of it. Now I'm going to give you the other meditation. It's by another great rishi by name Kakabhushunda. Now again, go to your heart chakra. Keep your eyes closed. Visualize a tube of light, a small tube of light, going upwards from the heart chakra, piercing through the third eye, crown chakra, getting out of the skull. 12 inches above the skull, the light terminates. It is the movement of prana. Now, visualize outside your chest a point. And from that point, a light goes inside your nostrils, and the light from the nostrils goes down into the heart chakra. Now, go back to the prana that starts from the heart chakra and goes out of the head at 12 inches above the skull, terminates. Now visualize a point outside the chest. The light goes inside the nostrils that ends up in the heart. This is called the movement of apana. Both prana and apana originate at the heart center, but never meet. If you keep on doing this technique, you will soon feel an emptiness, a space of timelessness. At that time, introduce the thought, visualize it, and that thought will manifest. These are very powerful techniques that are helpful to transcend or step out of time.
Welcome back from the meditation. So there we have both our teaching for today, which is a secretive Goddess Sutra, and the Sun and Moon meditation. So I'm looking at chat now. If you have anything you'd like to share, we'd love to hear what experiences you have when you're doing the Sun and Moon meditation, also what you thought of the secret Goddess Sutra that Dr. Pillai taught. As you can see, this were older content when he had the long beard and he talked much slower, was in a very deep state. So when we watch these videos, especially together as a community, we're tapping into that really deep spiritual consciousness that Dr. Pillai was transmitting during that time. He's literally transmitting an energy to us and we're receiving it. When we do it together in community, it's even more powerful. That's why we're doing these, and that's why we'll be continuing them for the next month or so. So please go ahead and write your experiences as well as any questions. There's a question that says, what is the best time, meaning morning or evening during the day, to do the Sun and Moon meditation? You can do it at any time. When the sun is up would be more ideal, considering we are using the sun energy. So you could do it morning sunrises or sunset or middle of the day. Of course, you can do it at night. You're getting more of the moon energy. So there is not a particularly special time that you have to use to do it. Anytime will do. Sheila said, every time I hear Dr. Pillai, it calms me down. Yeah, it's a very healing, very soothing energy that he is transmitting. And even though we're watching his videos, we're still receiving his empowerment. This is what's so amazing, especially when we're gathering together. Has Dr. Pillai been to Ghana, Africa before? Not that I know of. Sarita says, I don't know whether I'm doing it correctly. I'm trying my best. That is all you can do. So oftentimes in Dr. Pillai's techniques and meditations, there's many things going on, right? The moving of the sun and the moon and the prana and all of that. We don't know until it clicks and it happens. And for me, my experiences have been try and try and try, and then you'll get to a place where you feel it more deeply, and then you can feel it actually happening. So you may not in the beginning feel the activation or feel what's going on with these particular meditations. Just continue to do it. It will get you somewhere. It'll get you some experiences. And then as you do it, it's a practice, right? You're strengthening the networks that are connecting these techniques and the guidance that he's giving. And over time, you'll be able to feel it more and more. So don't worry if you're doing it wrong or right. How do we visualize the moon merge in the sun, like an eclipse or the moon dissolving and just remaining sun? And these are all really good questions. And because he doesn't dictate exactly, this is where your interpretation comes, right? So I see it as not an eclipse, but like as a merger of light. So I'm seeing it together and they're just one. I don't see like one overshadowing the other or anything like that. To me, they're merging and they're both of light. And then it's more of the energy coming together and fusing. So these are great questions, because in these techniques that he does that are very high and very involved, our logical mind likes to get involved, and the best thing for us to do is to go with our feeling, go with our intuition of what feels like it's working, and just doing our best by listening to it and doing the meditation over and over will give you more guidance as you do it. The intelligence will begin to build the more you're doing the meditation. So the meditation itself will begin to dictate how you'll do it. It'll give you that intelligence. Yes, so I can share, I'll post in the description the links to both of these videos so that you can go watch them over and over if you like. Wendy said, I saw an eye in the center of what looks like a vast universe. Pretty cool experience. Yes, someone's asking for the Varahi meditation because I promoted this as Varahi, and incorrectly in a sense, because Dr. Pillai said to do the more from the archive videos, we didn't do Varahi today. So let me give you that mantra. It is public. It's been given by Dr. Pillai. It's Om Shreem Brzee Shri Swarna Varahi Deviye Namaha. Om Shreem Brzee Shri Swarna Varahi Deviye Namaha. You can repeat that. And again, today is a Friday. It's also the Anuradha day, which is Lakshmi's star. I have here the Lakshmi statue. Good day to call upon Lakshmi and do your Shreem Brzee practice, and also Varahi. Dr. Pillai mentioned how Shreem Brzee and Varahi are very active right now because of the global situation that we're going through, and that it's an ideal time to be chanting these mantras. We also have a Varahi course that is happening right now. We just started it, so if you want to join, I think there's a link in the video as well, where you can learn more. There's going to be 4 more live calls with teachers throughout the whole month of May. And inside that, there's an amazing meditation where Dr. Pillai puts Shreem Brzee and Varahi into different body parts, your DNA. It's really involved and really amazing, and we're having a really fun time in that course. So if you're interested in joining, the link is in the description, I believe, of this video. Avanish said, when moon merges in sun, then strong feelings happen at that time in the body. Yeah, that's fantastic. Thank you, Paramaheshwar, for writing the mantra out. Appreciate that. So if you need it, folks, it's in chat. There's a note here that says, I tend to doze off during most meditations. One time someone asked Dr. Pillai in a seminar, said, I've been falling asleep in my meditation. What does it mean? He said, it means you're tired. But it also is, he went on to explain, it's also a way for the body to heal itself, that you may need to kind of check out of the logical mind in order to have the full experience of the meditation. That doesn't mean you should try to become unconscious or fall asleep and then call it meditation. No, it just means that we may need to kind of check out sometimes from the logical mind in order to have a deep experience. But there is a fine line between that and falling deep asleep and then not really getting any benefit from your meditation. So try to stay as alert as you possibly can while still being comfortable and in an in-between state where you're not in a deep sleep, but you're not fully awake. Can you use the imagery during the day as we are awake? You can certainly try it. He doesn't mention that, but you can try it and see how that goes for you. Will there be any more information on the siddhas? Yes, as we go through these nightly or daily videos, we'll be pulling these old content. A lot of stuff is from the siddhas, the ancient texts, which Dr. Pillai referred to in both of these videos, Yoga Vasista and Shiva Sutras. These are the wealth of information Dr. Pillai will be continuing to share this over the next coming days. Question is, what the reason Varahi is active this year? Well, she came miraculously to Dr. Pillai during the 9 Nights of the Goddess in October 2019, and since then she's been very active in his body. Just last week he made another video about her. I recommend you watch that. It's on the Pillai Center YouTube channel. And he didn't say why at the time, because he declared this in October, that she was the goddess of 2020. We get into 2020, things seem fine. A couple months in, there's a global pandemic, right? There's like health problems, there's a financial crisis, there's mental and well-being, emotional problems. We're having a lot of problems. And guess what? This goddess Varahi, she brings forth a protective energy, protecting you from negativity, from evil eye, from health problems. She will protect and build your wealth, maintain your material needs. So not a coincidence that she's the goddess of 2020 declared by Dr. Pillai. And right now, who do we need more than ever? A goddess who's going to bring us health, wealth, and protection. So this, he didn't go into any more detail than that, but there's your reasoning. There's divine reasoning behind it. And as we see 2020 play out, we see how needed she is and how appropriate her energy is. Do you have to be initiated or blessed by Baba for Shreem Brzee to work? No. Thank you, Wendy, for that question. He actually has a video about that. He says that if you have an initiation, a direct initiation, whether it's in person or through a course, or in person through a course, you can get additional benefits because the mantra is pretty much installed more deeply into you, but then you can still have benefits and access to Shreem Brzee. There are hundreds of thousands of people around the world chanting Shreem Brzee, getting results, who haven't been directly initiated by Dr. Pillai. So we're not going to go too long on these. We're going to keep them always to 30 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and conclude here today. And thank you so much for joining. Bring your questions. I'll try to respond to more of them in chat. And we'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Have a wonderful night or day.